really messed it up for Kyler. This was one of the most disappointing losses because of the way they lost. To the Panthers and Falcons, what a surprise. Let's be honest here, I didn't really care about this game. Both teams were pathetic. The score is 19-13. Sam Darnold got hurt. It's over, man. It's over. The Falcons and Panthers might as well sit down and get ready to get a top 20 draft pick. Titans Colts. Titans pulled away with the victory, but the sacrifice is Derrick Henry is out for the season with a foot injury. That's a huge loss for Tennessee. I don't know how that offense is going to be because Derrick Henry is their entire offense. It's time to see if Ryan Tannehill is the best quarterback for the job. The Dolphins and the Bills. The Bills pulled this one out with ease. The Dolphins trying to make it competitive, but they just couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it. In the end, the Bills pulled away. Great victory by the Bills. The Bengals and the Jets. The Jets just got lucky on this one. I'll say this right here and right now. The Jets got lucky on this one. The Bengals just wasn't prepared. The defense was not prepared for the Jets. They underestimated them and they took the loss real bad. This will also help them learn that they can't take it easy on whatever team they meet. The Steelers and the Browns. Baker Mayfield ain't the answer. Baker Mayfield ain't the answer. This is ridiculous. I seen that game and I just see Baker Mayfield truly don't have a connection with Odell Beckham at all. Missing his number one receiver like this man is a virus. This is ridiculous. The Eagles and Lions. I'll be the first one to say this. Eagles, this ain't nothing to be worried about. Eagles, you should be proud. You're supposed to beat the Lions. 44-6 is nothing to be proud of. You still got other teams you have to face. Literally, these are other teams that you have to face. You literally blew out the Lions. You know, I'm supposed to be impressed. The Patriots and Chargers. The Patriots pulled, I say Mac Jones. Mac Jones is trying to get into the race for Rookie of the Year. He's really trying to gain something for Rookie of the Year. That's something that's very impressive if I don't say so myself. Mac Jones is improving week in and week out, proving why he got picked up by the Patriots. Now for the Chargers, I wouldn't look at this loss too heavy. Y'all lost to a team that will never lay down and take a loss easy. Just go into next week and do something very, very good and just keep it pushing. The Seahawks and Jaguars. This Seahawks team ain't going nowhere. This Seahawks team ain't going nowhere. It's ridiculous. This Seahawks team blew out the Jaguars. They blew out the Jaguars, and that's not an impressive feat. It took bums to take DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett to get it together. Russell Wilson needs to come back. I still don't think they're gonna make it to the playoffs because Wilson has missed too many games. Game of the week: the Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. The Saints proved to Tom Brady that a division ain't easy. He proved it. That a division just ain't easy. There will be times when you lose to a division opponent randomly that you're supposed to win. That you're supposed to win. You walked into New Orleans thinking you was gonna have an easy victory, and the Saints fought you back hard. But for the cost of the Saints winning, they lost their quarterback Jameis Winston, who suffered a torn ACL by the hands of Devin White. I don't know what New Orleans going to do about their quarterback situation. In my eyes, Taysom Hill just gets to start for the rest of the year. I don't have time to go through an entire process. Let's see what Taysom Hill could do. Let's see what Taysom Hill could do. Washington football team versus the Broncos. Washington is in a predicament that I can't say this is fault on the players. Dan Snyder is one of the worst owners in the NFL, and I completely understand. He needs to sell this team. He is destroying this football team. There's no excuse why Washington should lose to the Broncos, why their number one wide receiver ain't getting enough passes. They need to do what the Browns and the Bengals did and roll every single person out that coaching staff and hire some new ones. And I will also put the full blame on Ron Rivera because he keep these coaches in and they're not doing anything. Chase Young is not even over 5 sacks yet. And we're almost near week 10. This is pathetic. Good win by the Broncos. This was a perfect game to get them back on their feet, and let's see what they'll do until next week. The Cowboys and Vikings. The Cowboys pulled this one away. The Vikings. The Vikings is. I don't know about the Vikings. I don't know if it's their quarterback, if it's their defense, if it's their coach. The Vikings are a weird team. They will go into the week. They could beat you, but they will also lose in horrible fashions. We just don't know about the Vikings. Their identity is just a mystery. Dalvin Cook, once they take away Dalvin Cook, their whole offense is just a stop. I just don't get it. The Giants and the Chiefs. The Chiefs pulled this one. This was a great victory by Kansas City. Mahomes. People are saying Mahomes is declining. I wouldn't say he's declining, but I think Mahomes is finally realizing there's more to a quarterback position than just athleticism. Looking at the film, Mahomes is missing easy targets, trying to go for the big plays too much, and he's throwing picks because his line is also not protecting him. That's the fault on the organization, but Mahomes as a player got to understand sometimes it's all right to take the check downs. Sometimes it's all right to check the check downs. And that's the recap for the Week 8 season of the NFL. Let's talk about something very interesting. The NFL trade deadline. It wasn't much activity. There wasn't much activity. The Chiefs made a move for Melvin Ingram and a guard and their former guard from the Jets. The Rams had picked up Von Miller, which completely scares me because now the Rams are going to the NFC Championship, and I hate to admit it, but they really are. They're completely number one on my list for going to the Super Bowl now. Now, don't count out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because let's admit it, Tom Brady, as long as Tom Brady is their quarterback, they have a chance at a Super Bowl regardless. Others from the NFL trade line, Odell Beckham, Deshaun Watson have not been moved. And how I feel about that with Deshaun Watson, the Dolphins didn't want to make a move too quickly, and that's completely on the Texans' fault for trying to wait too long to file through their offers and stuff. They should just took the deal automatically. I don't think the Texans will get another deal like that for Deshaun Watson for a good minute. Another quarterback, 3 first rounders with a third rounder, and with a conditional that could turn into a first rounder. I don't think they're going to get that offer back again, and that falls on the GM of the Texans waiting too long to shoot the dice at that offer by the Miami Dolphins. So Miami will move on with Tua, will continue to move forward with Tua, and Deshaun will stay in Houston. Let's see how that situation goes. OBJ, he's locked up. He is locked up. He needs to find a way out of Cleveland. This earlier before the trade deadline, the Saints were a team who had deep interest in Odell Beckham, but they couldn't get the deal through because they was active for too much, and the Saints also had cap issues. Those are the main 2 reasons why they couldn't get those deals done. Now, I don't know what the Browns expect keeping Odell's going to do because he's not putting up no production for the Browns. And that falls in the line of Baker Mayfield and an offensive coordinator who's refusing to get this man Odell started. I don't think Odell is washed. It's impossible. He was really good in New York, but once he head to the Browns, his targets decrease, his receiving yards decrease, and he could barely catch the ball now because he barely have any attempts that comes his way on a consistent basis. Odell is trapped in Cleveland and he needs to get out. His father sent in a video of Baker Mayfield completely missing Odell, and Odell could hide it, he could run from it, but he truly wants to get out of Cleveland. We all know what happened last time Odell made a scene. The people made it a big deal out of it, and it really put a bad reputation on Odell's name. So he decided to just deal with it and toughen it through. But in his heart, he really needs to get out of Cleveland. Well, that's everything to go for after this season's recap. I'll see y'all next week after week 9. I hope everybody has a good day. Please like and subscribe. And I'm out.